Success Scholar. This is part two to that discussion here: Black Bourgeoisie, HBCUs, and intellectual masturbation. So yes, as I was saying, and I wanted to share what formulated, some of the thoughts I had. Well, first, in terms of higher education, serving in the United States Navy, I read a significant amount of books. Um, I read a significant amount of books on a diverse amount of topics coming during my time as well as in the Navy. I did 5.5 years, and during that time, I frequented the black bookstores and read just about everything I could, on empowerment, business, self-development, health. Well, I wasn't too into health, but I did decent enough, shall I say. But I was totally submerged myself in my history and reading books like Miseducation of the Negro, E. Franklin Frazier's work, the work of what is the husband and wife team out in California? They wrote several books, the Black Anglo-Saxons. So interesting work. But um, I wanted to really understand like what's going on in the world. So I had a broad approach to to discovery, and that's what those of a scientific background do. You have a curious mind, and you have to figure out um, certain tools and leverages. And so I realized from reading several books that there was an oncoming college debt trap that is truly sucking up the mind, I'm sorry, the dollars, shall I say, of young people. So when I got discharged in 1989, telling my age, um, I realized that I wanted to minimize that. So whatever I needed to do, depending upon the type, I had conversations with several people. Some people say, "Oh, get get your education, even if you got to take out some student loans." And I mean, yeah, one sister uh, told me that she was a PhD chiropractor. Good thing I didn't listen to her. She looked nice, but I didn't want to just follow behind somebody just for looking nice and thinking just because you got your particular degree in your field that that we should just follow suit. So I was reading a lot of different things and really preparing myself to know what my option was because I didn't want to stay impoverished. And I'm not encouraging anyone to think in that manner. So, with that being said, coming out of that experience, I still was a seeker of knowledge. So I attended a significant amount of scholarly lectures, and that's why I'm the Success Scholar, up and down the East Coast, but definitely between Baltimore and D.C. We call them community universities because this is education that people actually researched that is actually for the people. And generally speaking, they may charge a minimal fee, anywhere $10, $15 to get in. Some people serve food, but it could be done at anywhere, you know, um, local school, local bookstore, I mean, just about anywhere to that people can record. And now technology is making that better. And so I attended these things, between Baltimore and D.C. Just about every scholar that came through, I was there, seeking to connect, seeking to get, people's key insights, individuals that travel all over the world that you probably or people probably would not uh, come or go to the same places that they visit. So I was listening for wisdom. And so from that, I actually learned, some key points. For instance, the mind controlling mass media and the dumbing down of our young people through uh, hip hop or hat hop or slave ship hop. You know, I understood the breakdowns of mass media mind control. I understood from reading the works of Asa Hilliard, Naeem Akbar, um, uh, Mwalimu Barudi, several of our other Jawanza Kunjufu, Hakeem Adabori, Claude Anderson, uh, several other key individuals, Dr. Amos Wilson, of course, several other, just about everybody that you could think of. I either have saw a video of their work or or I got their book. So between that, the community, I've always, for instance, you know, I read George Sabur's book. Many people, elders, know George Sabur. He wrote Black Folks Guide to Making Big Money in America, Black Folks Guide to Successful Business, Black Folks Guide to Sales. Key books that talked about the role of finance and capital. So I was, trying to understand this bridge between culture, consciousness, and capital, for years. And this is why I became a success scholar. But I realized that couldn't get everything, from our own, people in terms of business and wealth and understanding how to maneuver. With that being said, so again, I went to the community universities, and then later, I began to look on these campuses and seeing what's going on. And yes, I took some college level classes. And really I didn't want to, and it just turned me off that I knew more than I was a business major. I knew more than the professors, and the textbooks, the expensive textbooks were outdated. I was studying at everyone's place bookstore, and I knew more than everyone in there. So, and I was in network marketing, so I already knew the dynamics of wealth and business, and so I wasn't, really failing college. I took some classes at actually community college in Baltimore, as well as I took a computer repair training at Towson, which is, not an HBCU, but so I did that, because I was gonna attempt to get into the computer repair training, IT A plus um, training. So, but throughout that, I was doing network marketing. So I was understanding network marketing. But I realized from seeing, I realized later, I saw things like Little Wayne popping up, at Morgan State University. I'm like, why in the hell is Little Wayne popping up at Morgan State University? So I realized from there that this is insane. Why or how does he get the opportunity to come to this HBCU? Why does he get the chance, or why does he get to come but some people get blocked? Hmm? So this brings me back to what I just heard on Howard University. But I realize I'm going to have to do a part 3 to this. So keep listening. I'm going to get into. I have some books with me right here that's going to share, exactly why, what I'm getting at with this message. So just take a. I don't want. I try to keep these, kind of brief for people. Some people are a little ADD, ADHD, so I understand. So let me. This is part 2. I'm gonna go and do part 3.